funga na vile siku anataka, si ndio? Because again, remember, a complainant will always have something to say. Someone who wants to be aggrieved will always have something to say. But that communication is critical.
Yes. Unfortunately, all those who come are aggrieved. My question, you said the commission from inception, they created 3 commissions. Commission on Administrative Justice, Kenya National Commission on Human Rights, and the third one, Gender and Equality. Why is it that we only hear so much about the commissioners of the Kenya National Human Rights and possibly the Chair Commission of Ethics and Anti-Corruption? Why is your commissioner so quiet? We never hear about him until maybe the last commissioner chair we knew was Otiende Amolo, possibly because he was a politician. Sayata commissioner ombudsman ni nani, the chair?
You are sleeping in class. Lillian said who the commissioners are.
I had not come.
You were present. You've been present fully.
That's my
anyway,
defense.
Visibility, I don't know, depending on perhaps which forums you're checking out, for example. We are very active on social media platforms for all manner of activities that we undertake. You can check, Lillian mentioned our X handle, we have a Facebook handle. That is where we ordinarily churn out large amounts of communication on activities that are undertaken by the commission, not just the chair. Hata hii yenye tunafanya hapa unawezaona kama inakuwa mentioned duko. There's a team in Kisii undertaking this exercise with Kisii University staff. Where else again? What else did you say? Our current chairperson is called Charles Dulo, Wakili Advocate. Our vice chairperson is called Miss Dorothy Jemator. Our third commissioner is called Honorable Kanyi. Wasanii wanamjua kama Jagwa ama. Yes. Yes.
Unaona, you see? That's why he's quiet.
The commission is not more pronounced like these other ones.
We are fairly active. We are very active in what we are doing. But then perhaps, shall I say, during Honorable Otiende's time, we had a bit of radio engagements. Yeah, and there was a bit of radio, yes. Sorry? Yes, and there was a bit of, and again it goes with resources, you know. Resources is an issue right now, so that we don't have that component for radio because it needs facilitation. But during that period, there was elements of that resource availed for purposes of radio activities and a bit of outreach. Because you see, for someone to move from point A to B, at the very least, transport is required. Transport is required.
But the most important is impressed. Thank you.
Not really. I can sit down? Thank you.
DJ, do you have something for us? My DJ is up. Do you have something for us? We want to start our afternoon session. Still not coming. Okay, let's rise up and try that and remember those good days. But even these ones are good days. They are not old, it's true. So we are remembering the old good days plus these present good days. So just follow the guy. So I want to give Mr. Urina this to invite our
Speaker. So, ladies and gentlemen, for now we are going to have Madam Lillian. I'm sure some of you, those who came late, do not know her name. She's Lillian. Lillian is a lawyer. We really liked your morning presentation, and we hope we are going to get the same dose. Karibu sana. Asante. Watu wamekula.
I've taken judicial notice. Thank you. Let's first begin by clapping for the DJ. Some of us have not moved our body constructively for a long time, so thank you, Byron. So we can begin. We're beginning with some video. The afternoon session will be exciting and interactive. Please be keen because I'll be asking questions at the end of the session.
I uploaded your marks. The problem is not on my end. Go check with the HOD. How does that concern me? Go check with the subject lecturer. But she sent me to go to the exams office then. Go confirm with the lecturer if she uploaded it. But both the lecturer and the HOD told me to come to you. Young lady, look at me from head to toe. Do I look like epidemiology missing marks? But I left out of my office. You think I'm stupid when I say I uploaded the marks? I haven't said that, madam, but what I'm trying to say is the ICT department. Since when does ICT handle missing marks? Go to your departmental office. But that is where I started. Go back there and start again. This time round, more seriously.
Is that excellence customer service? Is that excellence customer service? What is the issue? Push and pull? Yes. Offering solutions? Is the complainant and also the officer handling the complaint? They're not giving any solution. Okay, thank you. So in this session, it's in pursuit of customer service excellence, where we're going to focus on your brand. Kisii University is the brand. Even in that attitude, you're not affecting yourself as a lecturer. The brand is Kisii University. We're going to learn about facts about your client, discover customer experience, developing customer experience, and managing different customers. I'm going to take you through different type of customers so that at the end of this session, you're going to be able to cluster your customers, to know which type of customer am I dealing with and how best should I deal with that customer. So please be attentive because at the end of the session, which is very short, I'm going to be asking questions. So Byron, you can go to the slides. So your brand. Everyone in this room, before joining Kisii University, you did an interview, si ndio? Ama kuna wale walipewa direct nomination ticket, kama ile ya political parties. You all did an interview. Okay, so I'll need someone to help me pass the mic because I'm asking questions. What's the mission of Kisii University? What's the vision? Let's start with the vision. What's the vision of Kisii University? Like
inclusivity and borderlessness.
Dr. Roda, assist me with that because you are the one to verify. What's the vision for Kisii University?
Inclusivity and borderlessness.
Inclusivity and? Borderlessness. Perfect. What's the mission of Kisii University? You can see for Commission on Administrative Justice, you can see our vision, you can see our mission, and you can see the core values. So for every institution, I expect there is that outline. What's the mission for Kisii University? Yes?
It's about creating a transformative environment for our stakeholders. I don't quite have it off here.
Daktari? Yes. Yes. So perfect. Now, this side, what's your role in achieving that? The mission and the vision. What's your role?
My role in achieving the core values, the mission or the vision or everything.
Both.
Playing my part every day, just doing what I was employed to do.
Yes.
At the end of the day, it connects with another office, and then we achieve the core values.
Which involves service delivery.
Yes.
How do you endeavor to promote the vision, the mission of this institution in terms of service delivery?
One, I ensure that I've just said I perform my roles.
Perform your roles.
Perfectly.
Efficiently.
Yes.
Thank you.
I can
Yes.
say something.
Yes.
However, the vision and mission changed recently.
Yes.
That's why we struggled a bit.
Yes.
But what I do to promote the vision, inclusivity and borderlessness,
Yes.
we do not discriminate. You know,
Yes.
the clientele we have
Yes.
come from all parts of the country.
Yes.
So we don't look at where they come from.
Yes.
We serve them
Yes.
impartially.
Yes.
Yeah, so I promote inclusivity and borderless in that way.
Perfect. Thank you. That's a good answer. We are going to look at building trust in the holistic approach. Daktari, you can just have a seat. Implementation of resolved service delivery charters. Daktari, Dr. Rhoda in the morning briefly spoke about service charter. Though we didn't see the document, but I believe as officers working at Kisii University, you are aware of the service charter. The ICT team, you have an ICT service delivery charter. So every department has a service charter. You are aware of that. Perfect. Now, how do we protect the brand? Kisii University. The brand is brought to life in two ways. One, action and words of employees. The video I've just played are the action and the words of that officer protecting the brand of that university. No. Is it protecting? Two, implementation of your service delivery charter. If, for example, I want to reset a password and ICT said you said 30 seconds? 1 minute. If you reset my password in 1 minute, are you protecting the brand because of feedback? When I complain, my senior spoke about complaint in the earlier slide. What is a complaint? And where does it stem from? So what is a complaint? Let's refresh our memory. What is a complaint? Yes, Ms. Orina? It's feedback. Perfect. Another explanation of a complaint? Yes? Feedback from a dissatisfied customer. Perfect. There must be a service involved, and I'm dissatisfied. And now I am complaining or I'm aggrieved because of the way the service has been offered to me. So in complaining, I'm expressing my feedback, which I am not happy. So complaint is feedback and expression of dissatisfaction. So the way customers view you as a result of what you do. For example, how you respond to customers. Usiende hiyo department ya health. Uyo admin ako hapo. Wacha tu. Hata kuangalia. Feedback might not be directly to you, but I'm saying it outside and I'm associating it with the brand. Usiende hiyo department ya health. Sijasema usiende kwa nyumba ya fulani. It is usiende kwa hiyo department ya uyo admin. What are you doing to the brand? That is Kisii University. A good reputation therefore depends on action, words, and inaction of all of us. I'm also a complaint officer where I work. So a good reputation, it is about my action as a person. How do I attend to customers? My words. Mimi ninakaa missing mark. my word. You know, imagine I'm employed to handle, we were told there's nothing like missing mark, incomplete transcripts. Mimi ninakaa incomplete transcript. What are you telling that student? Your words and inaction. Because there must be someone who was supposed to upload those marks. But did they act? They did not act. So they are all affecting the brand, which is Kisii University. Facts about our clients. And I'm saying our clients because I've told you I'm also a complaint officer. He or she is, the VC said, who are our clients? The students. Who are the students to us? Our employers. They are the most important person, isn't it? If today we had 2 students, Dr. Roda, guide me. What's the quorum for maybe the university to sustain a course? What's the quorum? 15 for undergraduate. If I have 2, is that quorum? And then the university had recruited 10 lecturers in anticipation of 4,000 because Kisii University is a great university. What happens to redundancy? Are you doing? Because you see, it is about numbers. You don't have students to teach. So what are you doing in the university? Is that not a cause for redundancy? Yes, so they are the most important person. They are not dependent on us. We depend on them. And that is the example I've given. 2 students, no quorum. 4,000 students, university recruits, more lecturers. Not an interruption of your work, but a reason for it. A student comes, I have incomplete transaction. Wewe unasumbua. So ulikuwa hapa jana. Are they interrupting your work? Because why are you here? Service. Your employer. You are dismissing your employer. So they are not an interruption of our work, but the reason for it. We are not doing them a favor by serving them. Is it a favor? They have paid school fees. They have faithfully attended classes. They have been diligent. They sat for the exams. They did the registrations. But their transactions, their transcripts are incomplete. Are we doing them a favor by uploading the marks? When you received your salary on time, the VC did not delay in signing those checks. What are you doing justice? Is that excellent customer service? So we are not doing them a favor. Then the last one, a typical dissatisfied client will tell 8 to 10 people about their problems. There's a university I will not mention because probably some of us went to. But that university is known for missing marks. I will not mention that university. And it had issues, a lot of issues in the past. Unapeleka mtoto, ata graduate, huyo atakaa huko for 20 years hadi akule pensions. Missing marks. Because one student told 30 students, there's a department, for example, and I know Kisii is efficient, but there's a department in this university. I remember when I was a student, we had elective units. There are units ulikuwa unapata watu 10 because we know the lecturer. Missing marks, incomplete transcripts. So we spread the word. Ukifanya hiyo elective, wewe utagraduate. So we will go for the electives that have very responsive lecturers. So that affects the brand. There, that's what I want. There. Okay. That one is customers never disturb your job. They are the reason you have one, which we are in agreement. Are we in agreement? They are the reason we have one. And then customer experience can be good, can be bad, can be indifferent. So three types of customer experience: can be good, can be bad, and can be indifferent. Customer experience is the perception that customers have of the interaction with the organization, which can be good, bad, or mimi hata sijui nikueleze aje. Tu yuko tu. customer experience. What does customer experience mean for Kisii University? A positive customer experience, many students. Advertise recruitment in our overwhelm. It's an A-status university. Bad customer experience, people will shy off. Nitapeleka mtoto wangu Kisii, ama renew shamba nipeleke private. Juu Kisii hata graduate. So, customer experience. Positive customer experience. A customer leaves an interaction with any staff member feeling as though they have had a meaningful interaction. For example, I have an issue with the ICT department. My portal has an issue. I don't know where the ICT, I'm a first year student. I'm going to the Dean's academic registrar office. I find the frontline officer who tells me, oh, it's about the portal. That should be handled by the IT department. Do you know where it is? Have you probably gone to that department? No, I have not. I'm new. I don't know where that department is. It is just right behind the Deputy Vice Chancellor's office on your left. Just go there, you'll find so-and-so, you'll get attended. If you don't find them, there are officers there, they will attend to you. Have I gone an extra mile to even guide the student where that department is? Have I lost anything as a professional? Good customer experience. A negative customer experience leaves an interaction with any staff member complaining. Mimi hata ofisi sitarudi tena. Wacha niende tu ombudsman. Negative customer experience. How do we develop customer experience? Mindset and motivation. Setting positive mind as complaint handlers. We are all complaint handlers. Understanding, having a connection with the people we serve, and completion. I will go through each and every one of them for you to understand. We start with mindset and motivation. Showing interest in the client. Number one, in your mindset. I said earlier, who depends on the other? Are we the ones who depend on our clients, or they are the ones who depend on us? We are the ones who so if you have that mindset right from your house, that I am going to serve people that I depend on, the people feed me, you will have a positive mindset. So you'll show interest in your clients, you will have the desire to do a good job. That is what pays you. You don't, there is the old saying that says you don't bite the hand that feeds you. They might be students, yes, they are younger than us, but they are our employers, generally. If we had 10 of them in Kisii University, I doubt it will be a university. It will be something else, but not a university. Taking personal responsibility and ownership. How do you do that? Transcripts, incomplete transcripts. Our apologies. We take note of the oversight on our part. Am I taking personal responsibility? And then I go ahead and address the complaint. And a positive mindset. On understanding, you must have empathy. Don't sympathize. Don't cry with them, but have empathy. For you to have empathy, you first have to remove your shoe and put their shoes. Because you understand, you have from your house, you have issues. You have come carrying your luggage. So if your shoe is you're putting on your shoe, you're going to have so much, you'll not be able to take something else to assist them. But when you remove your shoes, you have removed your bias. You have removed your problems. Put on their shoes. Now, if I had a scholarship and I need a degree certificate that has delayed, will I get that scholarship? What the parents invest in education, we Africans, parents invest in children so that when they grow up, they can assist them. What are you doing to a generation that is looking forward to get assisted by these students? So, you have empathy. Active listening. in the morning, when I was presenting, I showed you a picture where someone goes to an officer is busy on Facebook or knitting or on TikTok dancing. Are you going to practice active listening? Are you going to listen to me really? Or you're going to be dancing on TikTok? So understanding is empathy and active listening to your complainants. Have a connection. Sharing knowledge and giving useful information. Like you share knowledge, you've given useful information, you've given direction to where the ICT department is. You've given a student on the process of recovering, for example, of an overpayment. You're sharing knowledge. You're going to establish a connection. Checking for understanding. You know, when you're explaining something to someone. For example, today here I'm explaining something. I have to check whether we are on the same page. Inaweza kuwa syllabus imeenda mbio sana. Class hatuko pamoja. So I have to keep on checking whether we are on the same page. So even for the people that we serve as complaint handlers, we have to check, have you understood where that department is? Have you understood the process? Just trying to go an extra mile. Being responsive. Getting a complaint, you sit on it. Wacha ikae. Akufi. What are you doing? Are you being responsive? There's no one who is dying, whether I respond to it today or next month. Is that being responsive? Clearly, that is not being responsive. And going an extra mile, as I had said. Yes. Now, completion. Finding mutually acceptable. This is a complaint. I have to process it to completion. What is completion? Finding mutually acceptable solution. I have resolved that complaint according to the university policy. Establishing clear outputs and expectation. Now, on completion, I'm discussing about types of clients, you will appreciate completion works different to different clients. That's why I'm not saying satisfaction. I'm saying completion. Because it's hard to satisfy a human being. It's very hard. Yes, there are some who are, it's very, the level of satisfaction of Lillian is different from the level of your satisfaction. But those are the people we serve. So when I'm going to talk about types of complainants or type of clients, you'll appreciate that completion part. Empathy is walking in another's shoes. First remove your own. I had mentioned that. Complainants' rights. Complainants have a right to fair treatment, courteous treatment, timely and accurate advice. They have the right to privacy. My senior spoke about you go share your issues, personal issues within minutes. They are being broadcasted all over the university. That is not ethical. You're in violation of complainants' rights. And you have to give reasons. If today you decide to terminate, I am a lecturer at Kisii University, you decide to terminate my services. At least the fair administrative action says you ought to give me reasons for that decision. So if you make a decision, you ought to give reasons for that decision. So even if you have decided not to give me that service, not to give me the information I'm seeking, at least provide reasons why you arrived at that decision. But complainants, we have been talking about our employers, complainants, or clients. They also have a responsibility. One, they have a responsibility of providing timely and accurate information. Have you ever gotten a complaint, and by the time you have spent 3 months trying to resolve it, you realize there is some information that was withheld from you, that if you knew that information at the point of receiving that complaint, it will be straightforward. So they have the obligation to provide timely and accurate information. They have the obligation of treating the organization staff with courtesy. And they have the obligation of adopting a reasonable and cooperative attitude. To the most interesting part of this presentation, type of customers we serve. We have, and take note of this because this is where the questions are. So if you can, you should write because I'm going to be asking questions. Type of customers. 1, the aggressive customer. Readily complains, often loud and lengthy. How do you respond to such a complainant? Aggressive, loud, lengthy, always there in the office. You listen completely. What not to do with this type of complainants? Don't be aggressive. If I come shouting at your office, I'm shouting and being dramatic. If you shout and be dramatic on the other end, how will that be? Will it be chaos? To look untidy. Are we going to resolve the complaint? Because you are shouting, I'm shouting. At least let's have a sober person to at least, give us a way forward. And that sober person should be the complaint handlers, who is you and me. This is a customer. So what not to do? Be aggressive in return. This customer does not respond well to excuses or reasons why the product service was unsatisfactory. So the first one is an aggressive customer. We go to the second one. The high roller customer. This one, the markers of exams might be culprits of this type of customer. They expect absolute best and is willing to pay for it. Likely to complain in a reasonable manner. Huyo ako na pesa kwa mfuko. Pesa itafute solution. Your response, always listen respectfully and actively question to fully determine the cause. So these ones are the ones, the high roller. The Gen Z call them the ballers. They have money. They can get anything at any cost. So I request Byron to play me a video.
Good morning, Professor.
Yes. Good morning, young lady. How can I help you?
So I sat for the card, but I checked in my portal and I have a missing mark. Would you assist kindly?
You sat for the card and it is missing in the portal.
Yes.
Then if it is missing in the portal, it means you did not sit for it.
I did, Professor.
Young lady, if you did, then you must not have collected the papers. So I think you will just come next year and do the cut with the rest of the students who will be sitting for the cut next year.
Kindly just assist,
Young
Professor.
lady, can you exit my office?
But Professor,
Yeah. What is that?
You can just have a look at it.
Young lady, are you trying to bribe me?
No, Professor.
You are bribing a professor. That is what you are trying to do.
No, Professor.
You are setting me up.
No.
You have cameras there?
No, I don't have any cameras. Yeah.
How much is this?
Just 100,000.
100,000.
Yes.
And you have missing marks.
Yes, I have missing marks.
Let me see how I can help you. Yes, where is that exam list? Yes. What is your admission number?
M108.
M108.
1062.
1062. Esther.
Yes, Esther.
Are you an average student or excellent or poor?
Average.
Average. Let me take you to excellent. I give you there 29 out of 30. That is cedulars, right?
Thank you, Professor.
Yeah, let me have sent it to the registrar. Yeah, so just to go and confirm with the registrar.
Okay.
And then he will fix it in the portal.
Thank you, Professor.
Yeah, cedulars. Next time you have a problem like this, don't hesitate to come.
Okay.
I'm here at your service, eh?
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
See ya.
Which type of customer is this? High roller customer. You've seen it. That's a high roller who is who wants to get the absolute best and is willing to pay for it. Now, at any cost. You've seen that is at any cost. Now, we have another interesting one. A rip-off customer. Someone who isn't seeking fair solution. They are trying, someone who is not seeking a fair solution. They are trying to extract a benefit they are not entitled to, often by repeatedly rejecting reasonable answers. And I'll give you an example. For example, a student registers for a semester, attend classes for several weeks, misses the official withdrawal deadline. See, for example, if I want to withdraw from a semester, there is some timeline the university allows me. So this student misses this, but they demand full tuition refund. They claim poor teaching at the university, or I had mental health issues at that time. That's why I did not withdraw, as per the notice issued by the university. Now, they repeatedly respond. You're telling them now, the university has timelines, the university policy is clear. But they repeatedly respond, that is not good enough. Even when the policy is cited. What type of a customer is that? Is that a rip-off customer? Why is that a rip-off customer? Who can tell me why that is a rip-off customer? You want to harvest? Absolutely. The university policy is clear, but the students keeps escalating the issue, hoping the pressure will override the policy. You remember the Gen Z thing of pressure iko aje? Tumefinya. They wanataka kufinya wapate mali, that what is not justly theirs. So that's a rip-off customer. How do you respond to such a student or such a client if you are now the complaint officer handling such a student? You stick to the refund policy, you provide dates and regulations, and offer only what the policy allows. E.g., you can tell them this is the policy and it does not offer for partial refund. Have you not solved that complaint? Because you have stuck to yourself to the university policy. There is this another one, chronic, even from the name. Chronic complainants. Maybe for the rip-off, maybe I can give you one more example for an exam situation. A student scores poorly in an exam. We have lecturers here, right? A student scores poorly in an exam, applies for a remark. After the remark confirms the original score, they insist the examiner is biased. Wewe haunipendi. Hata ile siku, you are biased. They demand, hata hiyo kuandika yote nimeandika so nipe basi marks ya effort. They demand marks for the effort. And on your desk, professor, they keep on bringing that complaint, resubmitting the same complaint. I know it is irritating, but we are complaint officers. And you remember at the beginning what I said. Why does this fit in the category of a rip-off customer? You say the goal shifts from fairness to winning extra marks without academic basis. How do you respond? You remain objective. Rely on marking scheme and close the matter once the procedure is exhausted. They can exercise their rights of review and appeal within the structures set by the university. There is now this interesting customer. This one is the aggressive one. Their goal is not to get the complaint satisfied, but to win by getting something that is not entitled to be received. Open replies with a repetitive, no, this is the rip-off, sorry. The chronic. Yeah, the chronic. These ones are never satisfied. Feels there's always something wrong. Even if you do, I don't know how many miracles, these ones are never satisfied. But now how do you deal with them? If you have such a complainant. You have reset the password. It is not enough. You have reset it again. Okay. How do you deal with such a chronic complainant? You remain calm and professional. You listen attentively without becoming defensive. You sasa huyu amejam tu sana. Pia wewe sasa ukijam and I'm expecting the solution from you. That is that is the pain and that is the sacrifice we have to do as complaint handlers. So you listen attentively without becoming defensive. You acknowledge their concern and empathize. You clearly explain policies and limitations. There are limitations of everything. I can't give you password 10 times. There is a limitation. But I have not told you, it is Lillian saying I can't give you password 10 times. I have quoted the university policy that gives limitations. Document interactions and follow institutional procedure. Why are you documenting interaction? Because such a chronic complainant will rush to the VC or rush to the office of the ombudsman with all manner of complaints. So if you document, whatever you document will support your argument in terms of your responsiveness towards the complaint. Now, we have why a chronic complainer? They are always dissatisfied. So how do you analyze and say, I'm categorizing this one as a chronic complainant? They are always dissatisfied even after resolution. They focus more on faults than solution. Complaints are frequent and repetitive, and the expectations are often unrealistic. So we go to the next one. The next one is the meek. So right now we have how many types of complainants so far? Which is the first one? Aggressive, eye roller, rip-off, and chronic. We go now to the meek. This is another interesting one. The meek customer. Someone who is genuinely affected by a problem but is reluctant to complain or push even when they clearly entitled for a redress. You know those students when you wananyamazanga tu? Those ones are dangerous. Actually, it's better the chronic complainant than the ones who don't air out their complaints. For example, delayed results, but silent students. A student sat for semester exams. Their results are significantly delayed beyond the official release date. Instead of lodging a complaint, the student quietly waits for weeks or months. Tell friends and family the university is disorganized, misses opportunities for graduation, scholarships, or job application. They never escalate the issue formally. Why is this a meek customer? Why? Because they are affected by the behavior, but they don't complain. So they are affected but avoid confrontation. They assume complaining won't help. Hata nikicomplain kwa daktari, roda, watafanya nini? Hakuna kitu wanafanyaga. It won't help. Internalize the inconvenience. Their dissatisfaction spreads informally, not through official channel. This student will tell someone. That someone will tell someone else. They might not complain to you formally, but they will spread the gospel. That elective, that lecturer never submits marks. So what are they doing to the brand, which is Kisii University? Remember, the issue is the brand. We are protecting the brand. What do they do to the brand? They are the most destroyers. So these ones are actually, they are the most dangerous to a business. So your response must work hard to solicit complaints and to solicit comments and complaints, to act appropriately and to correct those problems. So you must be skilled. After you have already identified, I'm dealing with a meek customer, you have now to put your investigative skills, DCI skills on point. You must put an effort to solicit comments or complaints. And sometimes it is for the best of the university. For example, lecturer absenteeism. A student pays full tuition. A lecturer consistently misses classes. The student never files a complaint, continues attending empty classes, later tells their peers that unit was a waste of money, gives negative feedback informally or online. Is that a mixed student? Is that not a danger to the brand of the university? Now, before I go there, I have a question. I told you that I'll be having questions in between the session. The first question is a scenario. A student claims they paid fees but lost the receipt. They paid fees but lost the receipt. University records show no payment. They insist that they be allowed to sit for the exams anyway. Repeatedly argue others were allowed. Which type of a customer is this? Rip-off, perfect. Another question. A student is overcharged. A student overcharges fees due to system error. They notice the error and decide not to question it to avoid trouble. Before you finish, that is a mixed student. Another one, the last one. A student regularly visits the academic registrar's office to complain about course registration. 1 week, they complain that the online registration system is too slow. The next week, after the system is improved, they complain that the queue at the office is too long. When assisted promptly, they complain that the staff member was not friendly enough. Even after the issue is resolved, they send follow-up emails claiming the solution is unsatisfactory and insisting something else must be wrong. Which type of a customer is this? They are chronic customers now. Yes. 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 To the brand. Yes. No, they are not complaining to you. For example, I'm a student, like the example I gave. I'm offended by the way you've offered service to me, but I will not bring the complaint to the attention of the university. I'll go tell my peers who are supposed to join Kisii University. Hey, your office academic registrar. What am I doing to the brand? You know, it's better you could have solicited that information from me to understand what is the problem for you to resolve and protect the brand. But now, I am damaging the brand without even you knowing. Because this AMIC does not air out the complaint. So those are the most dangerous. I prefer even the chronic one. Because that one, by the way, you can even predict what he's supposed to do next. There is a story. When I was growing up in our household, there was this phone, Nokia. It was a big deal then. If actually Nokia sustained its brand, we should not be using Samsungs or iPhone or the other great phones that people use. What happened to Nokia? They left Android. Yes. Yes. Now, this is a statement from the Nokia CEO, Steve Ballmer. Nokia was acquired by Microsoft. So you're correct. The advantage you have yesterday will be replaced by the trends of tomorrow. You don't have to do anything wrong as long as your competitors catch the wave and do it right by you, can lose out and fail. To change and improve yourself is giving yourself a chance. To be forced by others to change is like being discarded. Those who refuse to learn and improve will definitely one day become redundant and not relevant to the industry. They will learn the lesson in a hard and expensive way. Is that what Nokia did? They learned the lesson in very hard and expensive way. So what are we saying? We are saying Kisii University, the advantage you have yesterday will be replaced by the trends of tomorrow. You don't have to do anything wrong as long as your competitors catch the wave and do it right. You can lose out and fail. When I was growing up, when you wanted to do teaching, there was a university, you ulikuwa unaambiwa enda hiyo university. But today we have other great universities that are offering that course. If you wanted to do law, there's one university, ulikuwa unaambiwa Parklands, I will not mention it, but today you'll be told, go to Kisii University School of Law. It has been topping for the last 5 years. You understand? So it is about the brand. So the people we have today in this room, my fellow complaint handlers, are you ready to protect the brand? How many are ready? Has the engagement been meaningful? That is the end of my presentation. Thank you. Yes. Yes.
And I'm a staff in Kisii University. I'm a student of KU, but I'm a staff of Kisii University. In KU, I'm ranked as an aggressive customer. Is that okay? But I'm a staff of, so obviously, I'm an aggressive officer, isn't it?
You are a student of KU.
And I'm a very aggressive customer.
There. It is your right to be aggressive. You're paying money there at KU because maybe you're doing your PhD at KU. You deserve services that are efficient at KU. You deserve accountability for every effort you put at KU.
Yes.
But where you work, you are now a complaint handler. You're serving students. So those students expect the people will be aggressive are your students because they'll be expecting you much is given, much is expected. They'll be expecting so much from you. So those are two different scenarios.
Okay. Now what I wanted to ask is, does personality come into play where we work? Or we have the same personality, all of us as officers?
No. We don't have the same personalities. For example, people will be offended by chronic complainants. I've told you the characteristics of chronic clients. There people will be irritated. But what is the training telling you? Put your personal bias
as outside.
Sometimes when I'm handling complainants, I forget I am an advocate. Because if I was to handle them as an advocate, I'll have less patience. But I become a complaint handler. Because some complainants, you have resolved. But it is not good enough. And now they become the wakili and they want to lecture you. But now, how do I respond by now reading them all the statutes and all the years I've been to law school? I put that aside. Personal prejudice. Now I say I'm a complaint handler. You remember the good characteristics of a complaint handler that I told you? Those ones come at play. That the person I'm dealing with is the most important person. They don't depend on me. I depend on them. They are not an interruption of my work, but a reason for it. I am not doing them a favor, but I am serving them. So I summarize by quoting my policy, the organization as a policy. If I stick to my policy, then you are at liberty. It is your freedom to exercise any review or appellate mechanism you wish to exercise. But for me, I've sufficiently resolved your complaint.
I was looking at a real situation, and I'm trying to look at personalities. And here we have an aggressive student. My personality, I'm also an aggressive person. A student comes 10 times. I have a queue of 300. He's coming on the same queue. You finish with him, he cuts the line, again he's here. It reaches a point where you feel like, no, Omondi, can you handle this student also? Because where we are getting, I think he's playing around with me. Because we also have a target. There is this number we are supposed to serve. Taking a lot of time with one student brings back that shoe you said we put aside. That personality now, you know, and you know I'm a Kisii, you know. There's something.
I get you. I get you.
That comes in. Are you getting the point?
Yes, I get you.
Yeah, that shoe comes back now.
Yes.
Hapana bwana, umeanza kucheza kwa line.
Yes, but you know, you don't tell them that. You don't tell them that. Complain. I know how you feel, and your feeling is very valid as a complaint handler. But now this is your work, ideal work situation. This is where we get our money from. Now, another thing I forgot to mention is sometimes we might have personal bias. Like I may sometimes there are so many files that I've had to hand over to my senior, because even to the point of screening, they were like, "Hii ofisi ina watu wazima." You know, someone just comes and asks me, "Na nimeenda kuscreen, mimi ni wakili. Hii ofisi ina watu wazima, mmeajiri watoto." Now, how do you handle that complaint? And from the word go, amekudharau. And then even the complaint is bringing to your attention is actually not a complaint within your mandate, but because he also has a personal prejudice in the mind, whatever you tell them, they'll be like, you're inexperienced. So those are I respectfully tell them, because we have so many officers in the office, of course, doing the same job. Perhaps my senior can have a relook at the complaint, but I will not be. Okay, I'm offended, yes, but I will not show my anger or maybe speak words that I will never take back to a client. Because as we said, we depend on them. They don't depend on us. Always have that in mind. That's fine? Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you.
I think I've been advised to finish what I started. I'm the one who ushered Lillian in, and I should also see how she exits the floor. Lillian, thank you very much for even reminding us about our own mission and vision. You discovered how people are murmuring. They didn't know what to say, but I excuse them because we recently changed our mission and what? Vision. But let's be prepared, because you never know. You might be invited for an interview and you will have a very long day. So you have taken us through the customer service. You've told us what it is, facts about clients. You've also told us about what? Types of customers, isn't it? And their characteristics and what to do when we encounter such, isn't it? So we are very grateful. Namkumbuke, even if you forget everything, don't forget, Lian said, that you can never satisfy what? A human being. Because we have different levels of? Yeah, I think Nani had it very well. Derek, I heard how you responded. Asante sana. Karibu sana. Asante Lilian. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Psychologists looking at them, wondering whether they are whether they're okay, but they are my colleagues. They make the discussions lively. I think we've come to the end of today's workshop. So we meet tomorrow, and please, let's start in good time so that we finish in good time. You have the program, and those are the topics that will be handled by our able facilitators. How has the day been? Okay, thank you. So one word that has described the whole day's meeting, eh? So phantasmaglorious, okay, and fabulous. Learning more from you, but it's also good for colleagues now to, engage even with yourselves, because what they are talking about is what we have come across as we serve students, as we serve staff, stakeholders, suppliers, wherever we serve. So we just want to close with a word of prayer as we part, so that we meet tomorrow. And tomorrow, please, let's start at 8:30, or we arrive at 8:30. Let's start at exactly 9, so that, because it's the last day, so that we don't run out of time. So I want to request Madam Regina. She has been a very keen listener the whole day, to close for us.
Let's pray. Our gracious Father in heaven, Lord, we come unto you this afternoon. Lord, we want to thank you that you have been with us since morning, since we started this training, Lord. Until now, we are closing the day, Lord. Father, we want to thank you for our facilitators from the CAJ. We want to thank you for the staff of Kisii University who are able to attend this meeting, Lord. Father, as we retire now and plan to come back tomorrow, we ask that you may bring us back safely, Lord. Be with us now and forevermore. In Jesus' name we pray and believe. Amen.
Jenny Mercy is home or back to the offices?